Current feelings in your no contact situation. How is your person feeling at the moment? Where is the pathways forwards for the both of you? We've got Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini and Sagittarius on the table, as well as some other charms. The charms are there to give you little signs and symbols that this is here for you to claim today. If you claim the reading, let me know. I like to know the right people who've got the right readings at the right time. This is timeless, and private readings are always available. Chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. A new chapter. I'm trying to move on. Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Okay, so let's do a connection spread between the both of you. What do you need to know about this connection? This no contact situation. What do you need to know? Let's split the deck. Down this side is you. You're very defensive. You're the one that doesn't want to chase anymore. And it feels like you were the one that was doing the chasing, but you want to move on in a new chapter, whether it's moving on your own or moving this forward together where they are chasing you. Down this side is them. And then down the middle is the connecting energy. Yeah, you've got to the point where you're just, I'm not giving any more to this unless they show up and do what they need to do. So in a recent past, we have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is all about picking your battles wisely. And it feels like it's not the first time there's been no communication between the both of you, but this time you are in a place where you're like, well, are they just going to watch me walk away then? Because I'm done fighting for this. And it really feels like you're done fighting for it. You've put a lot of time and effort and energy into this, and you thought you were winning, and it's just a never-ending battle. So you've moved in the recent past into the place of, really, are they just going to watch me walk away? They had the world at that point, and then the Page of Pentacles reversed. In the middle of you both is an energy of, they can't just walk into the exam and not know the information. And what I mean by that is you're not just going to give them a free pass. You're not doing their homework for them. You're not pulling this relationship for them no more. They have to show up and do the work. And if they don't do the work and they don't learn the lessons, then what more can you teach them? What more can you say to them? They've been pushed back out to the world again, but they've also disappeared into the world again. And it feels like all of the distractions of the world all around them is what pulls them away, which is really annoying, because there's a feeling here of them thinking, oh, maybe there's something better. There's not anything better, because no one will ever love them in the way that you love them, and no one will ever see them in the way that you see them, and no one will forgive them and see the core of them and still accept them in the way that you do. So when they get this mentality of, well, I don't really want to commit to this, maybe there is something else better, maybe they've gone on dating sites, maybe they're going on dates, maybe they're just going quiet, maybe they're just thinking, you know, I'm going to just wait and see what else the world has to offer. It feels like it's different for you this time. It feels like you're like, well, go then. But you don't want them to. You want them to change, and you want them to come back, and you want them to see that you are the one for them. But you're exhausted, absolutely exhausted. Right this very moment, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed, which is a defensiveness, a standing your ground for what you want, but also moving into a period of you don't know what you want anymore. You want them to leave you alone if they're never going to be what you need them to be. But you're willing to fight for the both of you if they show up and do the work, if they show up and take responsibility. I don't think they realise how lucky they are to have you, you know. At the moment, they've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. They're refusing to see what's right in front of them. They're refusing to make any positive choices or decisions. You've got the Six of Pentacles reversed in the middle of you both. Now, this is all about give and take. This is all about putting in and taking out, and both of you benefiting, but the both of you putting 50% in. When it's like this, it's like, you're going, I've been doing 90 5% of this relationship and I'm not doing that anymore. I will do my 50% and that is it. But it feels like you've just pulled away completely because they're dithering and they're just not coming to any decisions whatsoever. They don't realise what they've got with you. Now, in the near future, you are going to hear from them. You've got the Seven of Cups. Now, with the Seven of Cups, it leaves us in confusion about what we want. There's good things, there's bad things, there's good emotions, there's bad emotions. But it leaves us paralysed. We're like, I don't know what to do about this. And it comes from them. They've got the Nine of Cups at that point, which is their wishes being granted, their emotions being taken care of, them doing what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. And they have a level of expectation that you're going to join them. But it puts you in this place of, I don't know if I want to do that again. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What is really on offer here for me? Now, the King of Wands reversed in the middle of you both. The King of Wands for me is, when it's reversed, it's self-made problems, and it's self-made problems that this person's made. But it's a very selfish card. It's like them coming back and, you make me so happy. I don't love anyone the way that I love you. And then you're like, well, you've got to prove it. You've got to take me out of this place of confusion. Let's do a Celtic cross. Let's do a Celtic cross for the long term of this connection. If you feel this is your reading, let me know. I like to know the right people have got the right readings. And if you want to pull a card of your own, if you go to my website, hopetarot-daily.co.uk, find the pull a card page, and it will give you a tarot card, and then you scroll down the bottom and read the meaning. So I do it every day. What do you need to know about the connection moving forwards? Now, it's interesting the Four of Wands reversed has come out. I don't read reversals in my Celtic cross, but sometimes I do. Now, this is telling me you'd like to live with somebody, that you would like a union that's like a marriage, whether it's a marriage or not, but like that. You want to be celebrated. But without it coming reversed, it's like looking at them going, can they be that person? Can they be that person? And then we've got the Ace of Swords, which is all about the question for my Celtic cross. You both are attracted to each other, but are we just going to go back round in this spiral? Can we actually start again? Are they just going to stop you from having the good things in life? Do they want marriage? Do they want what you want? So the Eight of Swords, which is around you both moving forward. This is a card of putting in boundaries, but it's also putting in restrictions. It's them tying themselves up in knots, overthinking things, but it's also you feeling, why don't they just let me in? But there's also this feeling of, I can't go back and feel like this again. I can't go back and be trapped in with this person again, of doing all of the work and all of the overthinking and all of the worry. It says putting in boundaries, the path that you're both on. Yeah, you're on a path to independence. I think you kind of know that, though. I think you have that gut feeling of, yeah, it's done here. This is over. I've given them enough chance. I've given that person enough chances. You know, I think deep down you know that the longer you're away from this person, and in the past when you have been as well, you become more confident, you become more happy-go-lucky, you become the master of your own destiny to a certain extent. And then this person comes in and they're like, they have this thing of, yeah, but you like me. They have a way of making you melt. They have a way of making you kind of want to worship them, or putting you on the wave of maybe this time's going to be the time where we end up together. But this feels like a real shift in your energy that deep down your intuition already knows. It feels like you just need the clarification. In recent past year, your fresh start has already begun. Your fresh start has already begun. You've already set yourself free from this. You're already willing to not put up with their nonsense anymore. And they are losing the best person that they've ever come across, because no one will ever accept them the way that you do. No one will ever be there for them the way that you were. But what can you do? You can't fight the battle by yourself. You can't have the relationship on your own. So have the relationship with you and have a relationship moving forwards for you. Opportunities to come, the whole world. So they've chosen at the moment. They came in with the world, didn't they? This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. It's like, okay, while they're out in the world to see what the world's got for them, let me see what the world has got for me. Let me get on a dating site. Let me go on some dates. Let me go traveling. Let me change my job. Let me see what the world has to offer me, because there's so much. There's a big world out there. There's opportunities out there, and you've given this person enough time. You've given them enough time. And I have a feeling that if this is genuinely your reading, you're ready to hear this. You've been hearing it. You've been like, no, I know. But this time it's making you feel empowered. This time it's like, no, right, okay, no. I was just having a moment where I was feeling weak. I was just having a moment where, whatever. If this is genuinely your reading, you'll be feeling empowered by it. You'll be like, yeah, no, this is just the nudge I needed. But they are coming in to communicate with you, so you need to have a plan for it. Because when someone comes in as the Nine of Cups and they're all happy and sparkly, we kind of melt a little bit. We want to know what's going on with them, and we want part of it. So you have to have a plan of when they reach out to you, what you're going to do, how you're going to handle it, so that they don't put you in a tailspin. Because at Seven of Cups, you are going to get confused. You are going to get dragged in emotionally. So have a plan for that, because it's important. Because overall, you need to remember that Four of Wands. If you let this person back in again, they're going to stop you from having all of the good things that you want to have. They're going to put you back in a place of stress. If you cut the ties with them, which you already have, by the way, and continue it and don't knot it back together again, because you have to undo it again, you can have all the good things that the world has to offer. And my goodness, your angel guides wants you to have everything. So the secret underlying question is the Knight of Cups. Are they coming in? Yeah, they're going to come in, and they're going to come in, and they're going to be putting on their best front, and they're going to be expecting you to accept them back, because every time before you have, they're going to be expecting to just say a few of the right things. I don't think they realise they're going to get the door shut in their face. So the timing on this is the Four of Pentacles. They're going to come in at a point where you're feeling really grounded, where you're feeling like you are not coming back in and stealing everything I've got. You're not coming back in and fracturing the platform that I've built for myself. You're not coming in and upsetting my inner peace. You're investing time and effort and energy into yourself right now. You don't want to give it to them, because you've already given them everything that you possibly could, and it's taken you a while to start your healing process, but you're stronger than you've ever been. And as this journey goes on, you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And there's going to be a point where you look back and think, why did I let that go on so long? We can't think like that, because we let things go on so long because we need to be sure when we walk away, we have done everything. Otherwise, there'll be a point where we go, oh, hang on, I didn't give it enough time. You're walking away from this at the point where you know your worth. You know you have a lot to offer, and you know you want the good things in life. The possible attainment, it's going to open you up to a perfect relationship. Not every relationship's perfect, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but you're going to be opening yourself up to the good things in life. This person may well come back just as you're getting to know somebody else. They come back in because they're jealous, and they're going to make you feel confused. Do I go with this new person? Do I go back to the past? Don't go back to the past. They had their chances. They watched you walk away. They didn't fight for you. They put themselves first. So now it's time for you to put yourself first. The possible outcome is the Hangman going to have to make a sacrifice to move forward. And this is moving on. This is you moving on. This is you going, okay, I'm just going to take a minute and make my mind up. I do think over the next 6 months, you're going to have a point where you're getting to know somebody new, and this person pops back in again to see if maybe you might like to make them feel good again. Why? When have they ever tried to make you feel good, you know? It feels like whoever it is that's coming on the horizon for you. And they may even come into a point when you've decided that your path is open for somebody new, and so they want you to close that path. So whether somebody is in your life at that point, or you've decided, I'm moving on and seeing what else the world has got, this person's going to try and derail that. So don't let them. They've had their opportunities. And your angel guides really do know what is best for you. Going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection, so your angels take you on your way. If you've made it to this point and you want to let me know in the comments, put golden key, the words house, a golden key like house key, in the comments. Then I know that people listen all the way through. And if you've listened all the way through, you've taken something good from it, you like listening, or this is your reading. So private readings are always available, and I will see you soon.